Yo guys, Ollie Titan. Today we're back with another FIFA 23 sort of video, but it's about EAFC 24. I'm going to be giving you guys my ratings predictions for some players for the new EAFC 24 game. Some of them have already been leaked, but I don't care. I'm going to do this video anyway. It's gone out today, so it won't be too out of date by the time it goes up. But yeah, what I would like to do is actually create the cards that I think would be on EAFC 24. I don't have the time or patience for that, so instead I'm just going to be going through concepts and telling you guys what ratings I think they should be. We'll go club by club. We'll start with Bournemouth. I think there's only one I had for Bournemouth, because I've been through a couple of clubs, but yeah. The first one, in my opinion, I think is the ex-Middlesbrough player, Marcus Tavernier. He's probably, arguably, Bournemouth's best player last season. I think he could go up as high as a 76. He probably will still remain a silver. He'll probably go like 73, 74. But I think he could honestly go up to about a 76. I think that was the only one for Bournemouth. I didn't do this one originally, but yeah, Dango Ouattara, he was brilliant in League One last season. I think he'd go up to like a high silver, like a 72 plus. Richmond don't have any players. Arsenal, obviously, will have quite a few upgrades. Obviously, it's annoying because when you search for gold, special cards still come up. So you might as well just not search for gold. It's annoying. Well, yeah. Also, new kit. What we saying? It's quite mad actually. Arsenal's highest rated gold card is Jorginho. He's probably going to be getting a downgrade. I mean, Martin Odegaard, I could see him. I think he was leaked to come as I think he's apparently he's an 88 rate card. I'd say that's probably a bit too high for him. He has been one of the best midfielders in the Premier over the last year. I'd say 86 or 87 is good for him. Partey should be downgraded to a 0 in my opinion, because he should be in jail. Bukayo Saka, honestly, could be an 86 or an 87. Because Odegaard was arguably Arsenal's best player last season. In my opinion, I prefer Saka more, and Saka's been doing it for longer, hasn't he? I think he could go up to like an 86, 87 as well. Aaron Ramsdale probably at a plus. I think between 83 and 85 for Ramsdale. Gabriel probably an 84 maybe. Saliba an 83 or an 84. Zinchenko, I'd say probably like an 82 plus 3. So I'm sort of like doing this based on what they deserve, but also taking into account what I think EA would do. Because they follow certain patterns and stuff. It's quite strange. Martinelli, I could see being like an 82 or an 83. Ben White, maybe like a plus 2, an 81. I'd say that's fair. And Nketiah and Nelson could get like plus 1s and 2s. Aston Villa, obviously had a good start of the season, apart from the Newcastle game. Wouldn't necessarily say anyone here deserves it. Upgrade. Pardon me, sorry. No. To be honest, it's probably the new boys that have come in that Jacob Ramsey could probably get like a couple of upgrades, plus 1 or 2. Cameron Archer, there's on loan at Middlesbrough for the second half of last season, now gone to Sheffield United. But when he was on loan at Middlesbrough last season, he was brilliant, I tell you. Honestly, I could see him going up to like a 74. He's not touching gold, I don't think. Oh, I love Feeney. He's not touching gold, but I think he should be like a 74 rated or something. And we also had Aaron Ramsey last season. 62 is probably the most disgraceful rating on this game. How is he only 62 rated? So he started this half of the season on loan at Norwich. Then the second half of the season he was on loan at Borough. He should be like a 68, 69, like a big upgrade for him. Again, probably not near in gold, but like, yeah, big upgrade for him. Brentford, if he's in the game, I could see Ivan Toney going up to like an 81, 82 maybe. Because he was like 75 last FIFA, and he still scored like 16 goals in the Premier, and somehow that only warranted him a plus 2. But yeah, honestly, he should be like an 81 around there, but it just depends if he's in the game or not. David Raya, again, to be honest, I don't know how good he's been over the last year, but he's joined Arsenal, so that probably warrants a +2 anyway. Probably I could see him going to like 78. And Mbeumo, he seems to be quite the talisman for Brentford when it's not Ivan Toney. I could see him going to like 78. Johan Visser, he gets a bit, chips in a bit for Brentford as well, doesn't he? I could see him going to like 77 maybe. I think Mbeumo's probably a bit higher rated than Visser, but yeah, I think they both deserve upgrades. No one else there for Brentford. Alex Gilbert obviously for Borough, but it seems like he's been forgotten already. Brighton, this is where we get interesting. Pervis Estupinian, I think he could probably go up to like an 82 maybe. Probably one of the best fullbacks in the league recently. So yeah, he could go up to like an 82. I don't think he'll be a board, but I mean definitely up there. Alexis McAllister, obviously, has joined Liverpool, won the World Cup, had a very good year. I could see him going up to like an 80 or an 81, I think. I think he's leaked to come as an 82. I think that's maybe a bit too high for him. I don't think he's... Obviously, he's won the World Cup and joined Liverpool, but like I don't think his individual performances have warranted enough for him to be almost a board. Let's say 80 or 81. It's only March probably get a +2 as well. I didn't even realise he was there. But the big one, Kaoru Mitoma, I could see him becoming like an 81 or an 82. I think a big upgrade for him. Obviously, he's a silver on this game, but he's definitely like a high-rated gold card. Levi Colwill, probably like a... Honestly, I could see a +6, like a low-end gold. Like how... is it Trevor Chalobah? He's like 76 rated, probably like around there. See Moises Caicedo as well, or has he become the most expensive player in English transfer history? He's 70 rated here, so I don't think he'll be too high rated. I can't see him getting like a... I can, you know, to be fair. I think 80 between 78 and 80 he'll be. I don't think he'll be higher than that. There's a couple of guys here as well, like Sarmiento, Enciso. Probably get a couple of upgrades as well. But I'm not too sure on them. Chelsea, this is where the downgrades come in, isn't it? N'Golo Kante, Saudi League tax plus he's played about 4 minutes this year. I'd probably put him at an 86. He's very close to not being a walkout in my opinion. N'Golo Kante. Is he trying to pull the whole humble act while jumping at the first chance to go to Saudi Arabia? Another man who joined Saudi Arabia, Koulibaly. So yeah, Saudi Arabia taxing. He played more than Kante last year, but the performances weren't good, that's the thing. So I'd say probably a -3 for him as well, down to 84. I should probably move my camera over there for this one, to be fair. Just so you guys can see. Mendy's probably going to get a downgrade. Thiago Silva probably stay at 86, you know, he's been one of Chelsea's best players. Sterling probably has just saved himself... well, his recent performances have probably done damage control. I'd say he's only getting a maximum -1 now to 85. I mean, if EA are being harsh, he probably gets a -2 down to 84, but I don't think he deserves that. I do like Sterling. Aubameyang obviously has done nothing over the last year, and he's joined Marseille now. And he has a spray on hairline, so for that I'm going to go -3 down to 82. Obviously he's still Aubameyang at the end of the day, but yeah. I don't think either Mount or Felix, maybe they get like -1s to 83, but I don't think they go down too much. Again, same with Havertz, probably like a -1, at a push -2. Actually, no, probably a -2, because remember when they did that with Timo Werner, went down from an 84 to an 82. Reece James probably stays at an 84, don't think an upgrade or downgrade is necessary for him. Obviously, he's a brilliant player, so I don't think a downgrade's coming. What's my hair doing? I don't think a downgrade's going to be appropriate for him, but he's not exactly put in many spectacular performances, has he? Kovacic has joined City, but again, like I don't think that is enough to warrant him an upgrade. Ziyech probably going down. Enzo Fernandez, my first Chelsea upgrade. I think he's going to go up to an 82. I think a +4. Personally, I don't rate him as much as most people on football Twitter do, but I mean, he's still a good player. If he was still at Benfica, you know, I'd say he's one of the best midfielders in the world, because I do like Benfica, to be fair. But yeah, Enzo Fernandez, decent player, +4 for me. Mudryk, And I don't think he's done enough at Chelsea to warrant an upgrade, but I think just because he's sort of Chelsea's poster boy at the minute, so I think he will get an upgrade. I think he will get an upgrade regardless. Maybe, I think only a +2. I think 76 is probably right for him. But I wouldn't be surprised if he put him up to like a 78 for absolutely no reason. No one else in there really relevant. Elise and Eberiche Eze definitely deserve upgrades. I'd say Elise probably a bigger one. I'd say Elise 79, Eze 78. Probably about where he would put them, I think. Anyone else at Palace? No. Oh, I was realised with Brighton as well. I missed Evan Ferguson. He's 59 rated. I could see him going up to like a 74, honestly. Like a high silver from 59. Everton, obviously there's going to be a couple of downgrades across here because Everton absolutely stink. It will be, I could see getting an upgrade like a +1 or 2 because he was Everton's best player last year, I think. Anthony Gordon, again, has done nothing to warrant an upgrade, but he joined Newcastle, so I'll probably give him like a +3 to 78. Onana, I could see giving an upgrade as well, because he's like a breakthrough prospect at Everton this season. I could see him going to like 77 maybe. Like a rare gold. No one there, we've got Alex there, if you know, you know. Fulham. Palhinha, again, probably Fulham's best player last year. Very good player, but I can't see him getting that much of an upgrade. I can't see him becoming a bar, to be honest. No, I can't see him becoming an 83. I could see him becoming an 84, though, which is weird. I could see him becoming 82 or 84, but not 83, which is strange. But, yeah. Mitrovic, I think, stays the same. Obviously, he proved last year that he can actually score goals in the Premier League, finally. So I would have given like a +2 or 3 to 81, but he has joined the Saudi League, so that cancels that out. So it remains at 78 for me. Anyone else at Fulham? Not really, to be honest. Leeds, obviously a lot of downgrades here now that they're in the Championship. Yeah, mostly downgrades there. I do think Willie Gnonto gets an upgrade, probably like 73, I'd say. A high end silver. Maybe Somerville gets an upgrade as well. But yeah, apart from that, it's not looking good for Leeds, which is quite funny. I can't say Albury in the relegation zone, but you know. Leicester, also relegated. Yeah, Jamie Vardy. Honestly, I don't think he's a board anymore. I think he goes down to 82. Yeah, it's end of an era for Vardy. Ndidi as well, probably a couple of upgrades. I don't think a Championship player gets a board. James Maddison, probably a +1 or 2, because he joined Tottenham. Tim Harvey Barnes, +3 at max, maybe, because he went to Newcastle. And the good players as well, but you know, obviously, joining big teams is like, let it get you an upgrade. No one else there deserves an upgrade, in my opinion. Dewsbury Hall might get like a +1 or 2. Liverpool. Liverpool's where I stopped actually before. So after this it'll be like new. Van Dijk probably gets a -1, 2 at a push. Last year wasn't his best year, and he's not really kept up his form at the start of this season as he's sent off against Newcastle. A harsh red card probably, but a red card nonetheless. Alisson, on the other hand, definitely at least a +1. Best goalkeeper in the world, in my opinion. At very least top 3, along with maybe like Courtois and probably Ter Stegen at this moment in time. Salah, I think, is fine at 90. I think a +1 would probably be pushing it a bit, because then he'd be the highest rated player in the game. And as much as he's an absolutely fantastic player and has been for a while, he's not the best player in the world. But I don't think a downgrade suitable either, because he is like 90 rated worthy. Fabinho, probably down to like an 84 Saudi League tax. Trent, I think it's harsh if they give him a -1, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do. No, Trent doesn't deserve a downgrade. Doesn't deserve an upgrade either, because last year wasn't one of his best years, but yeah, 87 still at Trent for me. Thiago, probably -2, 3 at a push. Luis Diaz, did he play last year? I think Luis Diaz has just gone missing. Does he exist anymore? We saw his jawline. Like, everyone went crazy over his jawline. I think that's the only thing he's done last season. Firmino, probably a -1, I'd say. I think 82 is about right for him. It's the Saudi League tax, but not too much. Henderson, making 0, I don't care. Nunez, honestly, I could see him getting a -1. Again, he doesn't deserve it, but I could see an 81 rated Nunez. Ibu Konate, a +1, maybe. I think a board's not. He is one of the best centre backs in the Premier League, but I think a board on FIFA is pushing it a bit. Again, it doesn't make sense. Like, in my opinion, he should be like 85, 86 rated, but that's not how he do the upgrades, is it? Anyone else at Liverpool? Harvey Elliott should be a goal by now, I think. That's it from Liverpool. Man City. A lot of special cards to go through. See, Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, probably does stay at 91, or stay at the best player in the game. But honestly, I could see him getting a -1 just because of injuries, and he's been injured more over the last year than he has any other time, I think, and they have hindered him a bit. So I could see him getting a -1. Edison, probably a -1, just because no one cares really. Like, who actually cares about Edison? Like, he's just there, isn't he? Like, he's not necessarily the best goalkeeper in the world, but he's not bad. He's just there. And obviously, the main one, Haaland, he's going to be the highest rated player in the game, or joint highest at least. Yeah, joint with probably like De Bruyne, Messi, Mbappe, all of them. Cancelo probably gets a downgrade, 87 or 86. Ruben Diaz, I could see getting a +1. Maybe not. I think a 90 for Ruben Diaz is pushing it, but like an 89 is probably about right. Yeah, Rodri's leaked as an 89 as well. Again, I think that's pushing it a bit, but he is one of the best midfielders in the world. I would have said 88 is about right for Rodri, but Mahrez -2 Saudi League tax. Laporte -1 Saudi League tax. Foden, honestly, I could see getting a downgrade because he doesn't play now, does he? Walker, I could see getting a -2, honestly, I could see for Walker. He's just getting old, isn't he? Gundogan, he has been good, but if he's transferred. You know what? +1 for Gundogan. Make him a walkout. Grealish, upgrade, definitely. John Stones should, honestly, he should get a +3 in my opinion. He'll definitely get at least a +2, I think. He should be at least 85. I could see him being 86, maybe even 87. Calvin Phillips will go down, maybe even 3 to a 78, I think. Julian Alvarez should be about like 82, 83 in my opinion, but I think he's only 80, which is mad. Morgan Rogers, obviously at Middlesbrough now. Based on his recent form, he scored and assisted last night in like 15 minutes against, who was it? Bolton in the cup. Yeah, Morgan Rogers, 69 rate in my opinion. +3 is alright. Manchester United, this is where it gets interesting. Cristiano Ronaldo has been leaked as an 86, and to be honest, I think that's fair for him. Again, major Saudi League taxes. He was the pioneer of the Saudi League. Doesn't mean he's the reason others are going to the Saudi League. He is washed at the end of the day. But 86 is about. He still is at the end of the day. As much as I am a Messi fan, he still is Cristiano Ronaldo. The day he becomes like a non-board is the day we have to stop and go, hang on, maybe this is going a bit too far. But I mean, yeah, 86. He's not one of the best players in the world anymore. Even if he scores it, yeah, 86 is fine. Casemiro, probably. Honestly, I could see him going down one just purely because of the rating threshold. What card is that for birthday? Yeah. Yeah, like Casemiro. I mean, he's done quite a bit wrong. He got sent off like 5 or 6 times last year, but in my opinion, he's still one of the best defensive midfielders in the league. Him or Rodri. Well, obviously Rodri, but like Casemiro's not far behind at all. But I could see them pushing down the rating threshold a bit. I could just see him getting a -1 for no reason. De Gea will probably go down to 86 or 85. That's if he actually signs with a club. He's still a free agent. Bruno Fernandes, in my opinion, definitely at least a +1, maybe a +2. Sancho will probably get downgraded again, which is unfortunate. I really like Sancho. I wish he could get back to his Dortmund form, but it's looking unlikely, isn't it? Varane, again, United's best centre-back, but he's injured a bit, isn't he? He's always injured, so might get a downgrade. Antony should be in prison again as well. Eriksen, probably a downgrade. I haven't seen him do much this year. I don't think United fans really want him anymore. Which is sad, but you know, it's I don't know. Rashford's definitely getting at least a plus. He's 100% becoming at least a board. Maybe even an 85. Last night he did get voted as the PFA Player of the Year, I think. For the Premier League, like over Haaland, which is a bit mad, but you know, over Haaland's mad, but yeah, Rashford 85, I could say. He definitely won't be a walkout, but he'll definitely be a board. Lisandro Martinez +2 or 3, maybe 83 or 84 is about right. Luke Shaw probably a board, in my opinion. Why was looking through these players? This is this season. Like, why was Dubravka at Man United this season? Dalot probably gets an upgrade, in my opinion. He's been useful for United. Probably their best fullback behind Shaw, I think, right? Eddie Silva's at Man United. Obviously, the main one is Garnacho actually being in the game. I think he's 75 rated coming into the game, which is probably about right, in my opinion. Like, low gold rating. Probably right for him. I've spent like 22 minutes doing this, and we're halfway through the Premier League. Trippier, 84 is about fine in my opinion. Bruno Guimaraes definitely going to be becoming a board. Isak should definitely get at least a +2. St. Maximin -1 minimum for Saudi League tax. Well, all of these should get -1 minimum for Saudi owner tax, but you know, we can't exactly do that, can we? Almiron, honestly, probably +1 at a push. Because he did have a brilliant first half of last season, but he disappeared for the second half of last season. Callum Wilson, maybe a +1. Joe Linton, maybe plus a couple. Honestly, Jacob Murphy probably becomes a gold in my opinion. Like, he was quite useful for Newcastle last season, I think. Nottingham Forest. They even have any of these players anymore. Awoniyi definitely gets an upgrade in my opinion. He's been their best player over the last year. But I don't think they have any of these players anymore apart from him. Gibbs White, probably an upgrade. He's been decent for them. Lewis O'Brien, Middlesbrough, thinking of getting him. Yeah, there was genuinely 2 players there that I could confirm still played for Nottingham Forest. FC Southampton got relegated. James Ward-Prowse probably stays at 81 in my opinion. Like, he had some good performances last year, but did get relegated. So has joined West Ham as well, though. But you know, rest I don't think anyone there gets upgraded. Livramento probably gets upgraded, doesn't he? But apart from that, Bella Kotchap was good as well. Has he joined another club or not? I'm not quite sure. Tottenham. I'll go through the rest of the big clubs in the world as well, and we'll end it there. Heung-min Son -1, maybe 2 for me. Obviously, last season just wasn't the same Son. Harry Kane, again, I could see him getting a -1 just purely for lowering the rating threshold. But Hugo Lloris -15, most overrated keeper in the world in my opinion, or one of them at least. Romero, probably, I don't know, you see, because like, you see, he started over Lisandro Martinez when Argentina won the World Cup, but he does play for Tottenham. That's the thing. I'd say he stays at 83. Richarlison -48. Bentancur probably gets an upgrade. He's been decent for them, hasn't he? Yeah, he's always injured though. Jed Spence minus 124. That's Tottenham. Declan Rice. I could see him getting him +1, but I think 84 is still about right for him. Paqueta. Again, if he plays again, then I can't see him becoming a board, really. Jared Bowen probably could become a board, in my opinion. Anyone else there getting an upgrade? Ben Johnson, also linked with Middlesbrough. Darren Randolph should be 99 rated. And finally in the Premier League, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Ruben Neves -3 for Saudi League tax. Adama Traore 99 rated, should be. Yeah, to be honest, now that Adama's left Wolves, I don't really care for them. So honestly, they can get relegated this season. That's fine by me. I do like the colour orange though, so I do have a soft spot for them. Hugo Bueno, he's Wolves starting left back, isn't he? Yeah, he's definitely getting at least like 70 rated. He's definitely getting at least +10. And that is the Premier League. I do want to quickly go down to the Championship and have a look at some of them. Birmingham, anyone there tickling my interest? George French should be 99 rated. Blackburn, anyone here worth it? Worth an upgrade? Brereton Diaz is joining Villarreal, so he'll probably get like a +1 or 2. Danny Ayala should be 99 rated. He's going to get at least a +2. He's been one of Blackburn's best players. Is that Gibraltar there? Fair enough. Blackpool got relegated, so I don't really care for Blackpool. Apart from Morgan Rogers, he should get +3. Bristol City. Alex Scott will definitely get at least a 72. He's a Bournemouth now, isn't he? Yeah. Definitely at least a 72. Burnley, obviously, will get quite a few upgrades because they got promoted. Brownhill will probably go 78 in my opinion. Most of them will get upgrades because they went from the Championship to the Premier League, you know, so... Hey, Brownhill at least 78. Colgan I could see getting a +1. Roberts I could see honestly going to 78. Scott Twiney's gone on loan to Hull now, hasn't he? Ian Matson, definitely like a +3. Who is that Vitinho bloke? I've never seen him. Nathan Teller, again, definitely at least a 73. Could be a goal in my opinion. Mad how he was only 67 rated. Cardiff almost got relegated last season. So yeah, he's at West Brom now because he scored against us at the weekend, last weekend. Sorry, Cabba. He was. Am I wrong in saying he was Cardiff's best player last season? So he'd probably get an upgrade. Coventry obviously came close to the Premier League last season, beat Borough in the semi-finals. I still dislike them for it. And obviously lost to Luton on penalties in the final. Gus Hamer, definitely at least a +2, 76 in my opinion. He's joined Sheffield United. Victor Yokeles, again, probably will go at 76 minimum in my opinion. He's at Sporting now. Sporting Lisbon. Luke McNally, I think he's decent. He'll get an upgrade. The rest, I don't really recognise many of these other players to be fair. Huddersfield. Again, don't think many upgrades will be had here. Because they almost got. If it wasn't for Neil Warnock, they went down last season. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know any of these players. Oh, it's Tino Anjorin. He's on loan from Chelsea, I think. Hull. Aaron Connolly. You see, one of the worst strikers Middlesbrough have ever had when we had him on loan season before last. But he's the top scorer in the Championship currently, so, I mean, you know. Yeah, Luton, obviously, will have a few upgrades because they got promoted. Tom Lockyer, probably their best player in my opinion. He'll get like a minimum 74. I think goals probably pushing it, like 73 or 74 for him. Honestly, I can't imagine Luton having many gold players. I mean, honestly, they are in the Premier League, so it must be decent, but I just don't think the quality of the squad's that good. Obviously, they have brought some players in who will be gold, but yeah, Carlton Morris, again, one of their best players I can see, pushing like 73, 74. Yeah. The big one, Middlesbrough, this is my area of expertise. Zach Steffen, obviously currently without a club, I think. He was on loan us from Man City, but he said he didn't want to go back to Man City. So, I mean, 77 is probably fine for him. Darren Lenihan, definitely at least a +1 upgrade, our best defender by miles. Dale Fry, 73 is probably fine for him. Izzy Jones, again 73 is probably fine for him, but move him up to right winger instead of right wing back. Paddy McNair, maybe a downgrade. Matt Clark's getting a downgrade. He's my profile picture on Twitter, because I said I'm keeping him as my profile picture until he plays for the club again. Because he played about 2 games for us when he signed, and then just got injured, and he's not been seen since. Like, genuinely not at all. Like he was like player of the season for like 4 out of the last 5 seasons for the clubs he's played at or something. Then he joined us and just got injured for God knows how long. Mowat probably stays at 72. Didn't play much for us, but he was decent when he did. Actually, the main one, Chuba Akpom, player of the season in the Championship last year, top goal scorer. But now he's left to go to Ajax. 76 minimum for Chuba. 76 minimum. If he's not a gold, I'm going to the EA headquarters and having a word. See, he's not Middlesbrough's player anymore, so I shouldn't really care, but I still love him, man. Yeah, minimum 76 for Chuba. Ryan Giles, obviously, also got into the Championship team of the season, on FIFA at least. Was on loan from Wolves for us, now has joined Luton. And we try to, as much as he is brilliant going forward, he's basically Trent, but like, you know, not Trent. He brilliant going forward and creatively, but cannot defend to save his life. Luton have only played 2 games in the Premier League and they're already calling for Giles to be dropped. But I mean, it's based on last season. He was brilliant for us. I'm going to go a +2 minimum. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he becomes a gold because he's, you know, playing in the Premier League. Riley McGree, +2 minimum. Matt Crooks, 71's fine. He's very polarising at the minute. Obviously, fans are unhappy with Michael Carrick's insistence to play him. But obviously, last night he did get us off the mark against Bolton. Tommy Smith, -1, was solid for most of last season for us, but he's been looking shaky recently. He has been shaky recently. Johnny Howson, he is about 86, but he's still, you know, solid. We probably will need a new CDM soon, more of like an aggressive tackling one, but yeah, Johnny Howson at 71 fine. And for Dijksteel, he's just there, to be honest, at the minute. Again, Dan Barlaser got the joint most assists in the Championship last season with Ryan Giles, I think. So maybe a +1 for him. Mark Bowley, he's left to join like 2nd Division Turkish team, so I don't really care. Darnell Fisher, he's finally back from his 14-year injury. I don't know if he signed for a club yet, I'm not sure. Rodrigo Muniz, probably a downgrade. He was on loan from Fulham. Well, he played about 4 games for us and then just rotted in the reserves. Again, Cameron Archer, like I said, at least 74. Marcus Force, minimum 72, I think. Duncan Watmore, not really our player. Yeah, the only player on that bottom row is still our player, Marcus Force. I mean, Matthew Hoppy's on loan, but you know, like I said, Aaron Ramsey +6, 7 maybe. Yeah. Millwall, Zian Fleming, he was good for Millwall last season, I think. So, but 73 is probably still right for him. Bradshaw, yeah, an upgrade for Bradshaw as well, in my opinion. Oliver Burke's at Millwall now, Jesus Christ. Norwich, yeah, probably downgrades for most of these. Ben Gibson, what happened, man? What happened? You know. Preston, Preston. QPR, in my opinion, Seny Dieng should be 86 rated because he's at Middlesbrough now. Chris Willock also linked with Middlesbrough throughout the whole summer, but not sure if anything materialising from that. Ilyas Chair, definitely an upgrade as well. Probably QPR's best player. Uncle Albert, 99 rated. Yeah, that's QPR. Reading got relegated. I don't think they're getting any upgrades. Definitely not him. Definitely not Joe Lumley. Who's this? Rotherham. Ogbene is decent. He should get an upgrade. I think there was another Rotherham player as well. But Ogbene has joined Luton, hasn't he? Or is it the other? Johansson should be high rated as well. No, yeah, Ogbene is joining Luton, I think. So yeah. Hakeem Odoffin, I think he was decent when we played them towards the end of the season, so he should get an upgrade. Sheffield United, obviously, also the final championship team to get promoted. Sander Berger has obviously joined Burnley in the weird switch. Probably an upgrade for him. Ahmed Hodzic, definitely is 74, probably pushing a goal in my opinion. He'll definitely be an OP starter back, start centre back for EFC 24. Fast Premier League, you know, low rated. He'll be decent. Wait, what? Why is George Baldock Greek? Who knows? Where's the main one? Yeah, Iliman Ndiaye. Is he Sheffield United's player of the year last season? I think. At least a 73 probably, but obviously has joined Marseille. Could be a goal in my opinion. McAtee was decent as well. He's on loan from Man City. Stoke. Keanu Hoover was probably their best player last season, I think, so they should get an upgrade. Sunderland, all of them, just take them out of the game. Just remove them, or at least make them 0 rated. Ross Stewart, probably an upgrade, was decent when he wasn't injured. Amad Diallo, is he probably their best player last season? Definitely at least like a 73. Jack Clark, I think he also ended up getting the joint most assists, so probably an upgrade for him. Mishu, I think he was decent as well. Is that Neil Diamond? Jack Diamond. Again, get him out of the game. He was a rapist as well, I think. Yeah, a couple of upgrades, not too many though. Mostly downgrades. Joe Perreault probably getting an upgrade. He's at Leeds now. Ryan Manning, I think he went to Southampton. Definitely an upgrade for him as well. Watford. Ismail Assar also joined Marseille. He'll probably get an upgrade. João Pedro, he joined right. He'll probably be a gold, at least 75 or 76. Britt Sambonga should be 99 rated. West Brom. West Brom. Daryl DK dunked on us when we played them last season. I remember that being a especially depressing day. So he'll probably get an upgrade. Brandon Thomas Sasani, I don't know how he's a bronze, he's class. He's definitely become like a decent rate silver. Wigan got relegated. To be honest, I'm not quite sure I recognise any of their players. There's Will Keane and James McLean. Is that Graham Shinney as well? I think it's Graham Shinney, yeah. Ashley Fletcher as well. But yeah, that is the Premier League and the Championship. I'll do a part 2 in the next couple of days going over like European clubs. I didn't mean to make this video 40 minutes long. But yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, be sure to drop a comment, subscribe, comment down below the top 3 ratings you agree or disagree with the most. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.